Hello everyone, this is Pat with Angel Divination with our daily Oracle card reading and message for the 5th, Monday the 5th of March 2012. For today's reading, of course, it's Monday, so we're going to dive into Mermaid Monday. I hope you had a lovely weekend and had the opportunity to do some looking within and finding your strength, as the cards indicated that we got for the weekend. For today's reading, the cards that came out, the first one was Healing Heart, and it says, "You're a powerful healer. Keep up the great work." And as I tune into this card for people today, I feel like part of the message is that your heart is healing. And it feels like it, in the picture of what's on this card, it's a mother and child mermaid. And so I feel like what this may speak to is that for some people, maybe there was some old emotional wounding there, having to do with a mother figure or a female figure. So it says that your heart is healing. Okay, and it is, over the weekend, if you did do some of the looking within and maybe some journaling or writing or spending some time for yourself, to me this card indicates that was actually a very healing thing for you to do. It brought in a lot of healing for you, even if it's felt, kind of like an emotional seesaw at times, or an emotional roller coaster, as I like to call it, where you're, up one day and down the next. There is a lot of healing and purging taking place right now, and we're all going through, and some people may have gone through this weekend, some healing crises. So, but this card indicates that healing is in place. Your heart is healing. Maybe even your physical body is healing, and it's being taken care of and looked after. And for some people, it may also be, I feel, that you're being called into healing work of some kind. That that's what that doing the work of a healer, whether it be a holistic profession or something more mainstream or whatever it may be, that's what's calling your heart. Your heart is being called into healing in some way, as perhaps a profession. And it may be based on a life experience that you've had, where you, having gone through that experience, now want to reach out and help other people. Okay, that's what you want to help other people heal. That's what it's all about. And it could be, like I said, it could be a mainstream profession. It could be a holistic one, and it may not even show up in that way. It could show up as a very different way. Sometimes when we're called to bring attention to a cause, like Mother Teresa was someone who was very much called to the cause of helping alleviate poverty. And she went and spoke at different places and became an advocate for that. And, there's many other people who, like her, not in the same capacity, do, go out and speak for causes. And they donate their time and energy and money to it, and they feel very drawn to bring attention to it. That also is healing work in its own way. So in whatever way it calls to you, it just says that in some way you may be called to some kind of healing work, because that's what is calling to your heart. All right. The other card that came out along with it is Stay Optimistic. And if we look at this photograph on here, or this painting, there's a mermaid right here gazing off at this castle in the background, which to me is like her dream. I mean, it says, the message on the card says, your dreams are coming true. Don't quit right before the miracle occurs. So she's kind of looking off at this castle in the distance, and perhaps maybe like many of us, she can't see how she can possibly get there to that dream of hers. I mean, she's a mermaid, she's in the water, she can't walk across the land because she doesn't have legs, even though there's a pathway to it. So sometimes that's how it is for us. We can't see how we could possibly get to that dreamlike outcome that we're imagining or that we're visioning. But what this card indicates is that yes, it's okay to keep your hopes up about it. And that specific phrase comes to mind because I know, when I was a kid, going back to that mother and child image, um, I know sometimes my parents would say to me, oh, don't get your hopes up, because they didn't want me to get too excited about something, because obviously they didn't want me to get too disappointed if it didn't work out or if it failed, and then, they would have to deal with my disappointment. But so they would say, don't get your hopes up. But this card, the Stay Optimistic, is very much the opposite of that message. It's keep your hopes up. Keep your joy about your dream alive and keep it high. And because your dreams are coming true. So pay attention to maybe the signs, the synchronicities that are going on having to do with that, especially maybe if your dream is to become a healer of some kind, or to see the dream of a healed reality for you or for someone else. So it's know that that dream is within reach and that you're being helped to get there. So it's a really interesting way to start off the week. And I'm also calling today on the Tony Carmine Salerno Healing Angel cards, because I love these little cards. And the card that's come out for today is Change. And it says, life is a journey. It would be very unfulfilling if each step was exactly the same as the last. Because life is always changing, it is forever fresh and new. Allow your life to unfold gracefully. Be grateful for what was, is, and forever will be. And as I look at this card, along with the Healing Heart, and the Stay Optimistic card, I feel like maybe for someone out there, the combination of these cards means to stay optimistic because someone is going to have a change of heart. So I'll leave you with that message for today. And I will wish you a lovely Monday and beginning of the week. And I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Take care, everyone.